NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg, Pirate Borg, Rosae Osculum, Episode 18.
Welcome back, my name is Mike, and this session we are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black metal apocalyptic RPG. Let's go around and meet our survivors, starting with you.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running COD Silverington the 17th, and I'm a Rapscallion.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Blevit, the Fanged deserter.
Hey y'all, it's Pedro. I'm playing Bartholomew Bilge, the Buccaneer.
What up, gamers? It's your boy J-Dog. Big shout out to the whole dog pound. Woof woof.
Woof woof.
Woof.
And I'll be playing George Clooney, the cursed Skinwalker.
In what form currently?
I am a Giraffalisk, I believe.
Present.
Oh, wait, no. I am
You're a
in George
monkey.
Clooney
You are.
form.
No,
George
you are
Clooney.
George Clooney.
Because I had to speak with...
Yeah.
That's right. With
We're gonna
Bernie
get
Mac.
there.
Okay,
Unarmed
Bernie
George,
Mac.
unarmed George Clooney.
Yeah, disarmed. Yeah,
Yeah.
unarmed, yeah.
All right, so I got to tell you, folks, that last episode was absolutely wonderful. I loved re-listening to it. Let's go through and let's chat about what happened last time. So last time you witnessed an old friend, Brad Pitt, telling you that everything was fun in the water slide that he was enjoying. While you noticed that Oprah Winfrey and Topher Grace were ganging up to murder Matt Damon in one of the other tubes. In an attempt to get Matt Damon's attention, George Clooney used COD's laser pointer with his mouth and ended up choking on it. Bart pulled the laser pointer out of your throat with his disgusting fingers. While this was happening, COD's mother snuck up on him and stabbed him in the back of the neck with her knitting needles.
I have it on my equipment. Knitting needle in neck.
Oh, good, you left it there. That's fantastic.
For some reason, I thought we pulled it out.
I didn't touch it.
You don't want to pull those things out. You want to go to a doctor with the, knitting needle in you.
COD Sr. yelled from above that if you killed his wife, you might possibly, maybe, will get let free.
I don't think it was that. It was pretty direct. I don't feel like it was that nebulous.
It was that he would
The
be able...
implication was nebulousness, but
He would be able to discuss it with Mother Rind. You got into a short fight with Caudette where she got shot and she made fun of you, and she then skittered away. You were told about the feast with Mother Rind, and as you were walking towards it, you saw Al Pacino carrying the heads of Casey Affleck and Bruce Willis. Caudette skittered on the ceiling as you went into the feast, dragging along her Brita. Bart and Blevit were made to feast on dirt, toenails, hair, etc. As Cod's father said, poor people food.
if I remember correctly, I abstained from eating.
I ate a lot. Mostly bugs. And
that's
just
right.
some dirt. That comes with a lot of things.
Of course. While George Clooney was allowed to sit at the table where there was old, moldy, and disgusting fast food.
I have a hard time believing that any of it would have grown mold. I mean, it was like McDonald's and Funyuns and things. Those don't mold or go bad.
Okay. Mother Rind then entered. And as she sat down, George Clooney immediately started hitting on her, leading to a brief makeout session.
Oh, yeah.
Which, as you clarified with a dice roll, it was very good. She was good at it.
It was a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty hot makeout sesh. COD the 16th informed all that there would be a wedding tomorrow and told Bart and Blevit that if they kill his wife, and George Clooney marries his mom, that they'll be allowed to be free. COD then suggests that, polygamy is still legal here. That gets denied, and instead a game show gets put on where we are going to find out who actually gets to marry Mother Rind. COD Sr. asks Blevit to describe what he would make her for dinner. He gives a very interesting description of either cooking or making love to her.
I thought it was actually rather clear. I mean,
Bart-
what other thing can you think when I say basting?
Bart describes the perfect date of fishing and then lovemaking, and those two both made up some absolutely amazing haikus. And George Clooney was not made to do anything because, as it was said, you're perfect. Bart and Blevit then killed Caudette and dragged her back into the room. Cod then panicked, realizing that Mother Rind was going to, and I quote, kill George Clooney forever without him dying. He slides under the table and informs George Clooney that he needs to escape. They make a plan to escape through the pits, using a map that Cod has tattooed onto his stomach.
Belly, thank you.
Sorry, onto his belly.
We wouldn't see it if it was actually tattooed to the stomach.
Oh, yes.
Just to be accurate.
I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah, I could have clear skin there.
It's possible.
Bart's all full of holes.
Awful.
And so, using the tattoo, you made your way through these meat tunnels. You were then attacked by blood clot monsters that you immediately messed up. You dashed through even more tunnels until you made your way to the celebrity fuck pit, where you found a war orgy happening. George Clooney approached and met with an old friend, Bernie Mac, who almost immediately started pounding on the plastic, chanting that Clooney was there. The plastic started cracking, and you all dashed off toward the entrance, where you found that you heard the clanging of a celestial bell, and that all color had drained from the world. You now find yourself standing at the edge of this island, looking at an entirely black ocean. And that's where we are now.
Okay, did all of you just go colorblind too, or is it just me?
I thought it was the unfortunate effect of going from the darkened cave to the... That doesn't work, there's no sun.
Everything's gray now.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to try to just play it cool, but yeah, everything's black and white. Like the film Good Night and Good Luck, which I was either in or produced.
It's been too many years.
It's been a long time.
I'm sure it was excellent no matter which way.
Were you up, at least, for a Best Actor Academy Award in that one?
I was nominated for some award for that film, but I can't remember if I won or...
Well, it wasn't Best Actor, but possibly that was
yeah.
one that you were nominated for. So,
Look.
On the road.
My craft.
So looking where Cod has pointed, what all of you now see is, it's not quite the ship that you thought it was going to be. You see a 4-foot by 4-foot raft that is kind of just a couple of planks tied together
I made it myself.
with a broomstick sticking straight up out of it. There is a small triangle of tan fabric with a smiley face painted on it as a sort of flag/sail.
You said you could captain anything.
I'll take a step
Goes to safety.
towards the edge so I'm right by it, and I'll go to take my hat off for a speech, realize I can't, and so then I'll just put my hands on my hips and turn to my crew and say, look, now I know that I've, under my command, gotten us captured a number of times. I know that you probably don't have much of a reason to stick with me other than the fact that the only other choices, the fuck pits and the nose.
Well, and Meat Mountain.
And Meat Mountain, of course. But to be honest, I wouldn't want to sail with anybody else right now. So, if you'll have me as captain again, let's go down to the ship, and we will get everybody on board. And at worst, well, perhaps this curse, and I'll wiggle my webbed hands, will be of some use. I might have to act as the pushing force on this one. God, it's very nice, but I don't know if it's really going to catch much wind.
I forgot about the sail, I'm realizing now.
It's all right. Not everybody's a shipwright. A ship doctor. So let's head down, because I think I hear, a worse horrible death than the briny deep.
I
behind
reach
us.
out and grab a school desk, and I stand on top of it and say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain."
I was going there, but thank you, George, for being the... What's the word? Oh, it's terrible. It has left me.
Genius.
You're-
That's the
That
word
was
you're
the one.
looking for.
Muse.
You were struck
Inspiration.
It was more plebeian. It was more Roman. It was more-
Dickhead.
I'll go with that.
Okay, you're welcome.
As you're standing here trying to remember this word, you definitely hear a bunch of people running down these tunnels straight
The
at you,
orgy is coming our
screaming.
way.
Yes, I appreciate the gesture, Mr. Clooney. You're a fine man, but I believe we should go.
To the ship.
Now, George, from standing on top of this desk,
Which was totally there.
yeah, you can now see just over this small little hill. To now, you notice that this island isn't actually that big, and you've been running through these tunnels backward and forward, but the castle's just like right there, like. And walking toward you, you see Cod Senior and a bunch of these guards.
Oh.
Histrions, George. Histrions.
What do you spy, Mr. Clooney? I see the look.
There are some people coming to harass us, I have to assume. Cod, your father's on the way, and it's probably for the best if we all move towards the ship and GTFO, as the kids once said.
Captain?
Yes, to the ship.
Very good.
As co-captain, I agree to the ship.
Are we doing this again?
We don't have time to argue about this fight.
We have a quorum, let's go!
Co-Captain Silverington, get everybody on the ship.
I'll start corralling.
So you all dash over to this 4x4 raft with the tiny broomstick and the little triangle of fabric on it. You hop on board and you start pushing it out into this thick, sludgy ocean.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, not histrions. Thespian.
The thespian!
As we're on this raft, thespian.
That's the word.
It was going to bother me for the entire trip.
Do we all fit on this raft?
Standing.
Yeah. So
There's standing room, yeah.
Oh, can I throw my body onto the ship? I have no arms.
You can walk onto the ship, George.
I step onto the ship and I say, I'll make some room. And I fall on the ground and I start writhing in agony.
Which
I'm gonna-
immediately makes all of the rest of you fall off as
Yeah.
you're flailing around on the ground.
This was helping you. I'm helping you.
Has
Ah!
anyone considered the possibility that he is epileptic?
I don't really know how the magic works, Mr. Blevit.
I'm going monkey
It
mode.
seems to be agony every time.
As he's doing this, you can see that Cod Sr. begins walking out onto the beach, and he goes,
No, my boy. Where are you going?
I'm gonna crouch down and cover my ears and go,
But no, please, get my son's attention. I have one more thing I must say to him.
And I'll kind of just
The
knock
connection
on
between a
you.
father and his son.
God.
It must remain.
This is clearly a toxic relationship.
Yes, but it is at distance, so I'm running my hands in front of his eyes and pointing.
I'll crouch down to you, Cod, and I'll say, "Look, Mr. Silverington, as co-captain, you have to know, you're better than that man. You have a ship, and he doesn't right now. You're on the sea, and he's not. We as captains are above the landlubbers."
I'll stand bravely and turn to face my father.
My boy, I just wanted you to know a few things. First, your younger brother Todd has finally come home. He's become a doctor.
Oh,
Don't worry. That could be a doctor of anything. He could be helping animals. Oh, Quixote.
I just wanted you to know that at least one of my children is not a complete failure.
Mr. Silverington, if you would like, I would be happy.
And I'm so glad that I got to spend so much of my time with my money.
At this point, you see that the wargy comes pouring out of the cave and gets into a huge fight with Cod's guards. And Cod Sr. begins running away in the most effeminate, limp-wristed way possible, screaming.
Well, like I said, you're above that man.
that's a lot of really mean words, though.
Yeah, but that's from a really small, foppish man.
There is an old adage, sticks and stones and all that.
Yes, but we don't have time, unfortunately, to talk about that. We need to go before the wargy and that your father's men come to us.
With determination, I'll go to my knees and start paddling to try to pull the boat along the sludge.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna take the broom out because I'm guessing it's not stuck in there very well, and I'll hand it to Blevit. Wait, I'll hand it to Blevit.
I still have arms.
Yeah, Blevit, you start rowing, and I will get to the back.
Yeah, as you pull it out, you realize that it's not a broom. It's just a broomstick.
Oh, okay. Well,
This is not going to make a great oar.
I may be able to pull at least for a spot or two.
that is fine. So then I will say, Mr. Clooney, keep an eye on them while I'm in the waters. And I'll like hop into the water in the back, grab onto the raft with my webby clawed hands, and just start.
You just start motoring along.
Yeah, and if I need to, I'll take my boots off actually, so I have my little web toes out, get some better movement.
That is absolutely fantastic. You all start pushing off into the darkness, just motoring. As you hear the wailing and screaming of the wargee disappearing into the past behind you.
So, Captain, direction? I don't believe we have a map, but I'm certain from your years upon the sea, you know where we're going?
And I will look to the skies. Is it just clouds?
So, oddly enough, yes. There is, however, one spot of light, roughly in the direction that you're heading. It seems to be coming from the ground, and it is this gleaming golden light shining straight up into
Golden,
the sky.
you say?
Golden. Everything else appears to be in black and white. This is golden.
Well, Mr. Blevit, I believe my senses as a captain are telling me to go towards the golden light in the distance.
I know from past that not going to the light is something, but yes, as you command.
Yar!
I'm not really sure what to do with the broom handle, so I'm currently holding it as a lance.
You're like tucked under your arm and holding onto it.
I'm not sure that...
I'm still doggy paddling in the front.
Is Bart doing a pretty effective job of moving us through the water with his new form?
You know, he really is. I mean,
That's awesome.
He's doing better than, you would be moving without him.
Is he moving faster than the donkey that carried us earlier into
Oh,
Dragar?
absolutely, yeah.
Then this is very
Yeah,
impressive.
he has
It's
webbed
the,
feet.
It's the web toesies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is now a creature of the deep.
Yeah.
I'm in my element.
Well, I'm going to take some time and explain to the crew that in Ocean's 11, my name was Frank Ocean. So you see, that's why it was like Ocean's 11. It was his 11
Oh,
people.
it was your people then.
They're my
So
people.
you were, dare I say it, the captain of that ship?
Yeah, and, we had 3 successful journeys and a couple spin-offs. So honestly, I would never want to usurp Bart's work as our captain.
I'm sadly feeling left out. I don't believe I've ever captained anything.
You could be a co-captain too.
Aye, Mr. Blevit. With the power invested in me and my co-captain, Mr. Silverington, I pronounce you co-captain.
Co-captain?
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
With a little round of applause, there are now 3 co-captains aboard this ship.
Well, there's a captain, a co-captain, and a co-co-captain.
Right. And the only one who is not part of the captainship is George Clooney.
However, George was the captain of his own ship upon an ocean.
Of course.
Yes.
And as George is telling you this story about how he was the captain of his own ship by being an ocean somehow, you all start to drift off a little bit. You have not slept in over 24 hours.
Some of us have not eaten.
Yes, you have not eaten, and you are all incredibly hungry. Like, absolutely starving.
I ate a shit ton of cookies and...
Yes, you did. And your blood sugar is now just dipping.
Oh.
Hardcore.
It's bad. I got type 2.
Carb coma.
And as you all begin drifting off, you do hear something in your head. And we're going to take a little bit of time to discuss your dreams.
Ooh.
But what you hear as you fall asleep is, as the final hours approach and my prophecies become truth, I seek those who seek an ever after. The greatest among you, come before me and worship at my feet. Brave the valley of the unfortunate undead. Seek your future, your fortune, and your forever.
Ooh.
I think yar.
I think
Yar.
I smack my lips in my sleep. That's the thing I do.
It is at this point that each of you is going to go back, thinking back into your memories. You're going to think back. And I think the first one that we're going to visit is going to be you there, Bart. You go back to a bright, shiny, golden day where you are with a couple of children and you are fishing.
It's a good day to be out fishing. Kids, be careful. Mind your sister.
I don't wanna.
You heard me. Mind your sister. Delilah, you stay away from the water's edge.
And what we see is a living person captaining a small fishing ship with his children. There are 2 boys and there's 1 little girl, clearly Delilah. They are out somewhere, out in the water. Clearly this is an incredibly happy family. Bart, what are you guys up to this day?
Well, today it was such a nice day. I sit there thinking, as I watch my kids playing, and the boys tend to roughhouse a little bit, but they're always mindful of Delilah. She's the youngest, and she always, she wants to get into trouble, but we make sure she's safe. And I just wanted to bring the kids out, do some fishing. I like to catch like to not just fish for work. So.
And then this day came about where a couple of men came aboard your ship and they took your fishing equipment from you. They held you at gunpoint. They took everything that you had. And you realized that maybe this isn't the best way for you to live anymore. This is not the way to keep your children safe.
No, not anymore.
Perhaps you can no longer live as the sheep. You need to be the wolf.
That's right. It's on that day that they were strong, they were smart, but I was clever. I wanted a simple life with my children, just fishing in a little town. I roughhoused a lot as a kid, and I knew how to fight. Hadn't done it in years. But that day, they turned their heads. That's all I needed. Nothing but a small oyster-shucking knife in my boot. One moment they were standing there. The next they were upon the ground, tore open, bottom to top. Luckily the boys did what they should have, and they covered Delilah's eyes, but they saw. It was on that day that me and my boys, we all made a pact that we would protect Delilah any way possible. And we did.
It was that day that you became a pirate, and so did your sons. And you traveled, and you stole, and you pillaged, and you lived a life of adventure. And one day, that life was no longer available to you. A man took your ship. That man also took your life, and he took your children from you.
The only thing that mattered.
And you feel like you are stuck in this day for years while you dream. And the only way to escape this is to go to that golden light.
I can't do it again. I've seen it too many times. I will protect Delilah.
And now we're gonna cut over to Cod's dream. Cod, you are back in college.
Nice.
You and your boys, you've rented a house for the summer. You know, you're thinking about taking a semester off. Just you and your boys so you can go party, maybe start your own company, do whatever it is. You know that your dad has recently bought like a little piece of land off somewhere off the coast of New England. And you're pretty stoked about all this. But you also know that one of your other boys has been talking shit recently.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
You know that Greg has been talking a lot of shit about Bry.
About Bry. Greg and Bry, both my boys, but there's a code.
What did you do about this on that day, yo?
Something that, my family has done for generations to handle problems. We took him to have a talk. We took one of Dad's boats out on the bay and just wanted to make it, straighten it out with Greg.
For sure.
Make sure he understood that you can't, fold back on your boys. That's all you got. It was just supposed to be a talk, though.
But it wasn't just a talk, was it?
No.
Because a little bit day drunk.
A White Claw?
Oh, yeah. For sure. On White Claw.
Yeah.
Little day drunk. Little foosball. Maybe some table tennis.
Somebody hit the accelerator, and no one was able to catch it in time.
Yep.
And the
And a
whole
paddle.
boat-
A paddle got thrown in the water, didn't it?
It did.
Yep. And what happened after that?
I was the only one to walk away.
That's
And-
right.
And Dad covered it up. He cleaned it up for me, but it was me. Everybody knew. I couldn't go back to college. That was the end of it. What was I going to do next?
And it's at this point that your dad started taking on that moniker of a flesh baron.
I thought it was BS, some kind of weird, I don't know. I didn't know what to think. But then he started building the tubes,
Of course.
and I realized he was serious.
Yeah.
And then he got Sandy B. This was before everything went down. So
For real.
she was just a lady at that time.
For real, yo.
And
That's
she
tight.
didn't like it in the tubes. But she had food at first, better like vegetables and stuff at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then stuff stopped growing.
And now we're gonna cut over to Blevit. Blevit, you were just a young boy with braces. Your old man was a dentist. He always tried to make sure that you had perfectly straight, beautiful teeth, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
He did. I was in headgear at the age of 5. Most young boys are in headgear at the age of 6 or 7. I was in it long past most boys and would be out of it. I was there until I was 11, at which point he tried a number of different braces on me. He actually was the first one to try the single front tooth brace. They placed, instead of a band around the teeth, this is just a single one set to the front of the tooth.
And then he started experimenting with stuff, didn't he?
He did.
He started devising his own little potions, thinking that he could make you more and more beautiful teeth. Thinking that with a couple of injections, they could become straighter. They could become more perfect.
The biggest thing, of course, was him discovering that they are more porous than most people think. The tooth is actually fully porous from end to end.
Yeah, but yours just kept growing, didn't they?
They did, much to his chagrin, keeping them straight in a mouth that was built for smaller teeth, for less. If you take a quick count, I actually have 38.
They started shooting off in random directions, poking through your jaw. When it was finally time for you to join the military, you were placed into that special unit, the Bitey unit.
Yep.
You
It was
were-
a one-man unit to begin with.
They originally thought
I'm
that you were.
actually not certain that it was a unit to begin with.
They originally thought you were a dog.
I actually have that issue as well, but I overcame that. I did.
Yeah, all the way going up in the ranks.
Well, I mean, as you bite your way to the top, as it were, I was able to come to the position of captain.
Yeah, and then after biting many people, realizing you had to leave, That's when you eventually bought your way into the army of Grift.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the money that you make being a captain, it's not great. I mean, military and all, government pension, etc. But it was enough to buy my commission.
Of course. And from Grift, you had to bite your way all the way to this crew.
Well, I mean, as you move through life and you get a taste for things, which I did, you get better at those things that bring you pleasure. My moving through the ranks brought me pleasure. Biting itself brought me pleasure. And release. Actually, one of the things that most people don't know is as the teeth come in and they start to move the jaw around, it gets strained at different levels. Chewing, biting, each of these things, especially into something solid, actually releases that tension, brings blood into the bones through the canals. It actually relieves some of the nerve strength that's built up behind there, the pain that just builds at each edge. Biting is a release for me.
And so you just kept chewing and biting and chewing. And you actually wake up at this point, realizing that you are stress chewing on the raft.
Back in the day, I used to grind my teeth, but it doesn't work anymore.
We're going to cut over to George Clooney. George, you are simultaneously at every Academy Award ceremony you've ever been to. You hear them calling Best Actor over and over again. Do they ever call your name?
They never call my name, and I'm the best.
They've never called your name. And you know that now they never will.
The Academy's dissolved, and that bastard Cuba Gooding Jr.'s out there with an Oscar for that show me the money bullshit.
Yep.
After everything I've done for this world, all the good things that I did, all the joy I brought into people's life, it's not fair.
However, there is a little bit of hope. You recognized that golden glow on the horizon. That is one very familiar golden glow.
There's only one thing that catches the light like that.
Exactly. You know that there's an Oscar with your name on it, waiting in the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead.
Revisionist interlude. He was nominated for a Best Actor in 2007.
But he's never won one.
Nope. In 2009 and again in 2011. You have a thing with odd years.
Oh, I know.
He's been nominated.
He has been
No,
nominated.
they've said my name.
I thought we didn't hear it, so
All right.
retconning the dreams.
And now each of you wakes up, and you have more words kind of floating around in your head. I've handed each of you a small piece of paper. I'd like you to hold on to them, except for the person who has the one numbered number 1.
I can read it now?
Yeah, you can read it out to everybody.
Okay. First, the wicked earn their right. From the sinless, they turn skinless. They shall increase their might. Should I read the stat?
And so what this means is every innocent person that you kill will heal you 1d6, and any extra adds to your maximum hit points.
Oh my god.
I'm writing kill the innocent. 4 hit points. Okay, cool.
Now, as you all awaken from this little nap, with other words swirling around in your head, don't worry, we'll get to the rest of yours in a little bit here. You begin to feel this burning ball of sun behind the black clouds. It seems brighter and hotter than normal, though. Almost as if it's trying to burn through these blackened, smoky clouds.
Is this what's sending the golden light, or is that still coming from the ocean?
It is actually coming from this large landmass ahead of you.
And this ball that is burning in the sky is burning behind the clouds. We just feel it.
That is the Ooga Booga Skyfire.
Okay.
My god.
I'm not certain if that's appropriately named, but we'll go with it.
Y'all named that in, I think, episode 10.
Well, out.
The sky fire is burning brightly today.
Ooga booga.
Is it of color?
It is not.
Okay.
But it is bright.
It burns bright.
It burns and
Gray.
it's hot. Yes, it is a bright gray.
How close are we to this massive land?
I would say that it's about a half mile ahead of you. Now, what you see in front of you, you can see that the water that you're in leads into an inlet that seems to be a river moving into the land. But on either side, there is a massive and almost seemingly never-ending graveyard on either side. The gravestones almost seem to be shifting slightly back and forth as if they are
Undulating like waves?
undulating like waves or blowing in the wind like they're trees, perhaps?
I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, but that's a new one for me.
Well, at the speed we're going, how many Barts are we going actually at present for speed?
I think we're working with a good 3 Barts.
3 Barts, very good.
It looks like we might be able to take the waterway deeper into the island. And I smell Oscar gold, baby. I want to go to that. I want to go to that aura.
It does have the look of the Oscar.
Looks
Good,
like
good thinking.
a might fine day ahead of us.
We can put them out of their misery as well.
I would support a win for you, George.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like everybody to make a presence test.
Presents.
Let's see if you know where you are.
What? Bitchin'.
14 for me.
16.
I did 20.
A 10.
Wow, everybody except for George Clooney. You guys know where you are.
Because he's too focused on the golden light.
Exactly. You see him, he's drooling and staring off at the golden light. The three of you recognize this as one of the most northern points of this continent. This is Graventosk. This is the ever-expanding, never-ending, always building graveyard.
Oh, this is Gravenrosk, that place.
Torvingost.
Yes, the place of many graves is how I like to say it, because I can pronounce that one better.
One big cemetery.
It's huge.
Large.
Very big.
Is it a large cemetery? Or is it simply the resting place for all those who die?
That's a philosophical debate I don't think we have time to do.
It's a coma-style question.
Splitting hairs.
Oh, that's me.
Are you
I gotta make some noise.
We're moving up to 4
loud
Barts.
noises.
It's too quiet out here.
Engage.
Fantastic. So as you are making your way through Graventosk, looking around, you can see that bursting from the ground, occasionally you do see a hand coming out of a grave every once in a while. You do see that there are these disgusting, like dog-like creatures that appear to be sitting near some of these grave sites, almost as if they're waiting for something to burst from them.
Is there anything peculiar about the dogs?
They are dripping this kind of real viscous mucus, not only from their mouth, but also from their eyes and ears. And as you pass by, their bodies sit perfectly still, but their heads turn like just a complete 180 as they watch you pass.
I'm a dog person, but even I don't want to touch those puppies.
Do you all notice that their eyes, they seem to follow us as we move?
Yes, I think their heads too.
They're like one of those paintings.
Those are some sopping wet mutts.
I think I heard a few of the bones snapping too. Or that's my heart beating again. I don't know which.
Are you in need of a reprieve from kicking?
Well, unless I think otherwise, honestly, this is kind of my new element down here.
Wonderful.
You're doing an amazing job.
You are. You have gotten us this far, Captain. Please, pray continue.
I felt like I'd be more tired, but honestly, this feels great. I've been kind of drawn to the sea since the whole and I'll tink that little crown on my head incident.
Interesting thought. If we were to go through a pool of, I guess it would be a school? No, maybe I'm not certain what they would call it, but krill. If we were to go through krill, I know that some of the sea creatures will put their mouth in the water and just dredge the krill.
Do you have baleen?
I'm sorry. The player of this character is an idiot. You'll have to be more specific.
I think that's the correct term for the weird filtery.
It is.
keratin
Baleen
thing.
is exactly what they have for teeth. Whales. How are your teeth feeling at this point? With the web
I mean,
feet, we were wondering if you got the accoutrements to actually utilize the sea as your living space.
I mean, I have these sharp kind of shark teeth now.
They are not baleen,
No.
and shark do not eat krill, to my knowledge, either.
No.
All right.
Honestly, right
Unfortunate.
now, I'd eat anything.
Okay. Well, then you're going to be looking for a sardine ball.
It seems that the dogs aren't aggressive towards us. We may be able to just keep moving through
I think they're
this
more interested in
creature.
what's coming out of the graves, and dogs and bones, etc. And if they don't have to dig them up, better for them.
It's kind of a dog dream.
Yeah, honestly, as long as they're not coming after us, I think the live and let live business is good for me.
And they don't appear to be innocent, so killing them will not benefit us.
You guys heard that too, yes.
I did. I just assumed everyone did.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it was in Cod's voice.
So, now you do see a couple of traveling parties walking along through here.
Now, those might be innocents.
They do appear to be like fighting some of these zombies and some of the skeletons that are passing through. Now, there is also like a cart that looks like it was being pulled by somebody, but is now just kind of sitting there. It does look like it has a bunch of boxes in it, though.
Well,
Plunder, Captain? Is that where your mind went?
we are pirates, and to be honest, I am, and I'll open my jacket, a little wounded. Oh, if you can't tell, it's this one and this one that are the wounds.
The ones that ooze instead of simply flow water.
Yes.
I'm realizing that we must have slept if we dreamed, and
Not necessarily. Perchance to dream.
just to sleep perchance to dream.
Exactly.
Now, did we sleep, GM Mike?
Yep.
Should we recover our hit point?
1d6.
Oh, okay.
I'm only missing one, but also omens. It's a D2,
Yes.
correct?
You have your you get your omens back.
Stupendous.
We're gonna need all the omens. Nice.
Well, good beginning to this morning.
Great.
Well,
Everyone is feeling better. Well rested.
Yeah.
yeah.
Unfed. All the things that make a pirate's life perfect.
I simply cannot turn
Scurvy.
up to the ceremonies dressed like this. If there's any chance that there's some designer clothes in that cart, I'll
There
need
could
to
be.
look good. There will be photographers here.
I understand. You're not intending to go upon the red carpet as Machete Monkey.
No. In fact, maybe you would all help me fashion some sort of like fake arms. I could try to just put on a good show for the
Faux
people.
arms for
Yeah.
George Clooney. I love it.
We could use the
I think
broom.
We could.
Jam the
could
broom
use-
in.
We could use the broom.
the broom. Yes, that's a good start.
We could maybe
I
put it
think
through the torso or break it in half and jam the two.
I
George,
think
as you've gotten
Straight
older,
through the torso.
I think that might hurt, but if we broke it in half, we could jam two ends.
George, as you've gotten older, have you maintained your workout regime?
Well, since I've lost my arms, I've mainly been focusing on my core.
Well, good. I mean, and of course that is the important part, but I was thinking in terms of the arms, I don't think anyone would notice the atrophy as much if he hadn't been working out.
I'm sorry, I do maintain a natural
So
musculature.
you guys are moving along on this river. Are you guys gonna stop?
Yes, I'll start.
Bring us ashore, Captain.
And how do you cut your hair, George?
very carefully.
I thought it was in the agonizing change.
The hair goes back to perfect every time.
I
like it.
I haven't noticed it be anything different. Have either of you? I mean, Cod, you haven't been with us the full time, but I have never seen it any other than exactly as that.
No, not since I've been traveling.
Now,
with Mr.
in monkey
Clooney.
form, it definitely changes, and of course the Drascalus doesn't really have a pompadour, but
I'll level with all of you. I had all my hair replaced with plugs and all my teeth replaced with veneers a long time ago. None of this is real.
that explains so much.
That explains
Lack of
it.
growth
Yeah.
and damage. Okay.
The jewelry fixation is making sense too.
I'll putter us up to the shore.
Yeah, using the broomstick, you guys like kind of push yourself over to the side. You can see that there are a bunch of innocent people fighting a skeleton that appears to be shooting blood out of its eyes all over them. As the blood hits them, they start screaming and their face starts melting off.
I've done nothing wrong. It's innocent.
Well, that is fortunate for us, unfortunate for them. They are innocent.
Yeah, I mean, as they start dying, you definitely see that this skeleton seems to be getting stronger and
means
stronger.
the skeleton is stealing
The skeleton's muscles appear to be getting bigger.
George, I believe this might be the way.
I think we need to help those innocents so that we can help ourselves.
I think so too.
I'll lay down, or you crouch down, pull out my gun, take aim at the skeleton, and well, lads, let's get to it.
Tally ho, I think is what they say.
As you do that, you notice the little girl that is sitting on one of the boxes in the cart near you goes, "Are you here to save me?"
Well, yes, for right now, yes, we are. We're here. Actually, just yes.
Save is a relative term. Let's
Yes.
go with yes at this time.
What's in your boxes?
My family's possessions.
Do you have nice clothes?
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
Don't worry, you'll be safe. Protect the cart.
All right. I'm gonna go closer to the cart and pull out my stupid little cat of nine tails.
I believe you still have a gun.
You're forgetting about that. Gun! Exclamation point.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys, because this creature does not know that you're there.
cool.
So go ahead and take a shot at it.
Take the shot.
First shot. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. You're going to do it.
Now let's hope my damage ain't shit. Ooh, can I omen my damage? I forget if we decided yes. Yeah.
can omen
Well,
damage.
let's do that.
You can do minus d6.
Nice.
Oh, maximum damage for an omen.
Oh wait,
right.
I'm just gonna do max damage then.
Yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that. So 12.
12 damage?
2d6, baby.
Okay. Yeah, well, this thing had 7. It gained 4. So you fucking blasted its head apart.
Noticing that it has gone down, I'm going to quickly look at Bart.
I'll say,
Get larger.
I'll say
Oh, did he get larger? No.
All right, the skeleton was not innocent.
no, I could have guessed that. All right, so how many
You do
people?
see that there's a bunch of injured, innocent people over there,
Well, I think it's obvious who we start with.
and this little girl is like, "Thank you for saving my family."
I'll look at all of you and say, "One of you can have that one."
The child?
Okay, all right, am I the bad guy here? Fine.
You are the captain.
I'll go and comfort the little girl.
Perfect.
Okay, excellent. So, Mr. Clooney, you have secured the child.
I go over to the little girl and I go, is George Clooney good with kids? Probably. He had 2 kids. I go,
We haven't heard about them being in
And you're a
jail or
scary
anything.
monkey wearing a corpse face?
No, he's George.
I thought he changed.
I changed it to a scary monkey with a corpse.
Wait, you have to put on the face. Have you put on the face?
I don't believe I was wearing the face at the
Okay.
moment, but I saw a cute little monkey. I go, ook ook ook, little girl, I'm a talking monkey, hello.
Oh, hi! How wonderful.
I'll look to these two and like nod towards the
Yep.
group. So I guess
This
we'll
is
all
cool.
go over to one of them apiece.
Yes.
Oh
my God.
There are 3 people over there.
Battle axe.
And I'll look to everybody and I'll say, just one moment. Hello, how are you doing?
You can see that their faces are currently melting off. There's a mom, there's a dad, and then there's a grandma.
I'll say, well, let's make this quick, and I'll pull out my sweet hander and just kind of like put it into the one in front of me. I don't know what you want from me, Mike. And I'll look to you guys to hopefully follow.
Oh, I am following through with a battle axe.
I'll start smacking the grandma with with my cat of nine tails. So
I should plead
I'll
the father
slowly
and
kill
half
her
from-
1d4 at a
from-
time.
Yeah, go
Or head to
ahead.
crotch.
Each of you can go ahead and gain a D6 max HP. And George Clooney.
I'm just playing with, okay, I'm talking to the girl, I go, ook ook, little girl, do you want to play dress up with me? I'm the monkey man.
Yeah, that would be great. Here, let's play with my dolls.
Okay. And I reach over and I start playing with a doll, I go,
Oh, she points to one of the boxes.
I open up a box.
You open up a box. 4 living dolls jump out and grab onto you and start trying to murder you.
I go, little girl, you betrayed me! And I look up to her.
Yeah, no, she looks absolutely mortified,
Oh, she's
and like
not
she
into
had no idea what was gonna happen.
Ah, so she is still innocent.
I look at her and I say, this is your fault. You did this to me because you were bad.
No, she's not innocent anymore.
Yeah, that would make her not innocent.
I just
George, what are
wanted
you
to be
doing?
sorry.
You can't assign blame to the little girl.
Oh, I'm assigning blame to this little
No,
girl.
she's innocent until proven guilty.
No, he's George Clooney.
Is this not America? Is this
think
America?
It is now George Clooney, the hanging judge.
No.
Well, yeah, you played lawyers before. I know that.
I'm sure I was in a lawyer movie.
Okay, you need to make some defense rolls.
I'm gonna make
because
some defense
all
rolls.
these things are trying to like bite through your monkey face.
Is it 4 defense rolls?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have 3 d20s which I'm rolling, and these are agility checks, and one of them is a 16, the other are all below 12.
Okay.
Oh, my friend! As a monkey, my defense agility checks are DR10.
Okay.
So, 2 of these succeed. My lowest is a 10. I'm going to roll an additional die for the last one. 1 of them gets through.
Fine. Dick.
I did a good job.
I hit you for 2.
I'm wearing horsehide armor.
You are such a piece of shit.
I take 1 damage.
And I do need you to make a presence test.
You've got it. I'm bad at presence tests.
My
Yes.
memory is terrible. Is it Horsehide or Quixote?
Because they are all staring at
Horsehide.
you.
It
I
is Horsehide.
fail my presence test. I roll a 4.
Okay, so while they are glaring at you, you are frozen with fear for the next round.
Aw.
I go, aye, which is what George Clooney says when he's frightened.
That is
And-
his catchphrase.
And I would like all of your friends to make a presence test to see if they notice that you are being attacked by dolls.
11. Fuck.
Okay.
4.
I got a 14.
14. So the coward has noticed that you are being attacked by dolls.
No, I'm gonna say, our dear friend and muse and lord George Clooney is being attacked by more little girls.
I pull the sword out of the innocent in front of me and point it towards Mr. Clooney and what's going on. Mr. Clooney! Oh my, we need to help him.
I will extricate the battle axe from the body of the father and turn.
And for now, it's only fair. Nobody killed the girl that's Mr. Clooney's.
All right. Yeah, so you guys all start charging,
No.
making your way over that way. George, go ahead and make 4 more defense rolls.
I will make 4 more defense rolls. Here's 3 of them. Those are all successes. I rolled an 11, a 17, and a 15 before the modifier. And that's a 19 plus 2 is 21, baby.
As a monkey.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just really good at this game. That's the secret.
Ook ook hop.
Ooh, God.
Okay, these dolls are just like slapping him. They can't actually bite him. Maybe they're missing teeth
Are they
or
saying
something.
anything?
Yeah, they're saying, "Come play with us."
Oh, that's right.
Oh God! And that creepy little bend over doll, the one that you bend back and forth.
Absolutely. And this little girl is fucking running
that's
away as
Tipsy
fast as she
Tina.
can.
Bartholomew, I believe one of us should get her.
Mr. Blevit, go secure the child. Make sure she's safe.
She's running away as fast as she can, and she falls directly into an open grave.
Oh my god. Okay, well, go to check, make sure nothing's in there with her.
Oh, right, and that's going to go to we're gonna start with you.
I believe I'm paralyzed with fear.
But that's done.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna try to kill one of these little dolls.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna swing at one with my machete. Hiya! That's a 16.
16's gonna hit it.
That does a d6 of damage. I'm gonna roll this not in my cup for power.
A doll destroying d6 of damage.
3 damage.
All right, you do 3 damage to it.
They are not paper dolls.
No.
That's gonna go over to you.
All right, I'm gonna try to fight one of these dolls.
The same one or a different one?
A different one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot it. Because I have a gun.
Remember, that's presence.
That's presence. 13 to hit.
A 13's gonna hit it.
And that's
Yeah.
2d4.
2d4 of damage.
2.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
6.
Don't drop the other one, hon.
6.
I called it.
Wow.
Nice. There you go.
All right. Dolls 1 and 2 have been hit.
I am running for the open grave to get the child.
Okay, you reach the open grave where the child is. You see her lying flat, like face down in the mud, 6 feet down into the grave.
Small child, if you will grab this battle axe, I shall pull you forth.
She looks at the battle axe that you're reaching down toward her. It's coated in the blood of her grandmother.
Can she smell it? Can she identify?
I killed the grandma.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Mine's the father.
Oh.
But I mean, can she identify it's his blood? Oh dear God, it's Daddy's blood. I don't
I don't
believe.
have blood anywhere.
I mean, she's not dumb. And she definitely sees that, like, a skeleton is climbing through the side of this grave. She's gonna grab onto that battle axe.
And I shall pull her free.
You pull her free. She's now standing next to the grave with you.
Please, if you will attend, let's go back. We have the dolls in check.
Fantastic part.
Or we shall by the time I get back there.
So I see that 2 of them are damaged. Okay,
Yeah.
I am going to go and attack one with my Zweihander while spinning and attack the other with my other sword.
Okay, so there's 4 of them.
Okay, cool. So I'll attack the 2 wounded. So
Okay.
first one with the Zweihander, that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that's going to be 10 net points of damage to it.
God.
Bam! Smash. Is it dead?
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. So smash that one, spin around, get a 21.
Oh my
sorry,
God.
net dirty 20. And that one dealing 6 points
Yeah,
of damage.
absolutely. That one's just destroyed as well.
Are you feeling any stronger, Bartholomew?
I actually am feeling a little stronger.
Yeah, so they were innocent dolls.
Well, oh no, not from them. I meant from the other one.
The previous, well,
Yes.
I was aware of that.
All right. There are 2 of these dolls left. They're both going to try to leap onto Cod.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
You do have omens,
I do have omens.
or maybe one. I don't know.
Yeah. So I got a 2 and a 9.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reroll 1.
They do a d4 of damage.
I'll keep it then.
You take 5.
Do you have any armor?
Oh yeah, I do have armor.
So you get to roll the armor. Okay, so you got a 1 and a 4. So
I got a 2. Do I roll for both of them?
Roll for each one, yeah.
2 and 4.
you take nothing. You take absolutely no damage.
Well done, Cod.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean down and kiss one on the forehead. I go, mwah!
Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my fucking super rad
Do
turn.
I get to kill another one of these fucking dolls?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Here we go.
Kill my cool dolls.
I get a strength check. I have some 11.
Good.
This game's stupid again.
Cut.
I'm gonna try to kill the ones that just tried to eat me.
That was both of them, but okay.
I'm gonna pick the one I kissed.
Okay.
I'm gonna use them in a reroll.
Yeah, that roll like that. Obviously, Cod is not Italian.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do my thing to see if I get it back.
Kiss attack.
I don't get it back.
Keep up, Bartholomew.
I see.
Alright, how about a 20 to
A
hit?
20's gonna hit it.
Alright, and I'm gonna do my damage again.
Blam!
6 damage.
6. Jesus. You like shoot half of this thing's head off. You see like a ghost beginning to fly out of its head as the other eye like glows bright red, and its porcelain face starts moving as it says, "Come play with me." And Blevit.
Oh, well, I shall. I'm in attendance with the child. I will wait.
Yeah, you can just walk over there. You're watching
Yep,
this.
no, we just walk over.
Okay.
As I told her, it shall be dealt with soon.
She turns to you and says, "My name's Samantha, by the way."
Well, hello, Samantha. Did I introduce you to George? Did he introduce himself?
Uku cock, little girl.
You're like holding one.
You're like fighting with these.
I'm wielding a
creepy porcelain-
machete.
Child, may I ask you, are there dolls in every box?
No, only about 4 of them.
In the box that George opened?
No, like 4 of the boxes.
4 of the boxes have dolls. You have a lot of dolls.
I have a lot of dolls.
Very good. I will then count the number of boxes remaining in the cart.
Spoiled.
So she should die now.
There are 10 boxes.
Well,
death to the doll girl.
I'm doing my calculations, coming up with the 40% chance of getting the correct box multiple times.
I've got to be honest, I'm not really into murdering this little girl.
Too bad.
It is your choice. She is yours.
I think I do get technically dibs on
You do.
killing her.
Dibs were called for you by Bartholomew.
Your turn.
Okay, my turn. So there's 2 dolls left, so I'll be swinging in at one with my Zweihander first.
One of them is mostly dead.
Okay, and that's up a 14 to hit.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Being my Zweihander, that's 1 and 6 points of damage.
You absolutely murder that one.
Shatter that one, going after
There is
the
not
other
another one, right? Is there one still left?
Yeah, there's one that's full
I'm
health.
gonna use one of my omens, or my other omen to re-roll that because I want to do. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna miss that one.
Okay.
That just.
Fantastic, and that's gonna go back to me. This doll's gonna jump on the little girl.
Do I effectively have a held action?
Yeah.
I shall strike it as it comes.
Okay.
That is a 20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit it.
I rolled a 1.
Do you have any omens?
For it. Oh, you know what? I shall spend an omen and do 8 points
Oh
of
my
damage.
God. With 8 damage, you guys see that that Blevit just knocks this thing's whole body off. Like the body goes flying off into the river, and just the head is left there, like kind of snapping and biting at the little girl's toes.
Nice.
Child, you may swish it if you wish.
She looks over to the rest of you guys. Is that okay?
I'll say, Mr. Blevit, this is a child. Don't make her do this work.
Very good, child. If you'll wait a moment,
It's-
I believe George will take care of it.
No, it's best if the child does it. You gotta grow up quick in this world, little girl.
Are you certain that would suggest that she would be losing her innocence? And I'm winking. I think, George, you should take care of it.
I step over and I whisper in Blevit's ear, I'm not gonna kill the little girl.
You may do with her what you wish. It is not the issue. Kill the damn porcelain head.
Alright, I'm gonna squish the porcelain head then. ASMR.
You have to describe how you're gonna kill it through ASMR.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, so I run over, I stomp on the porcelain doll in a fun way for the child.
Okay.
I do a little dance,
Monkey dance.
monkey dance, and I stomp up and down on it. And I say, little girl, this is a dark...
My name's Samantha.
Samantha, hello, I'm George, we've already met.
I know you didn't ask my name.
Yeah, that's... I didn't know if we'd be having a full conversation, honestly. I think that, you know, this is a dark world. You've probably come to learn that, haven't you, little girl?
No. I mean, actually, we're just moving out of Galgenbeck. You know. Yeah, you can see she's in like a pretty little white dress. Who knows where she's going to? But she appears to have lived a pretty nice life until now.
I'm gonna very subtly lean over and whisper, "We could bring her like an extra battery pack."
That is a very good thing.
That's a very good idea.
However, if dibs were called, it is only a battery pack for George.
Of course.
We can let's just bring her on an adventure. For now, I want to imagine that she's just going to go on.
May I suggest this? Samantha has told me that there are 4 of the 10 boxes on the cart that have dolls. 1 has been opened. There are remaining 3 of 9. That means clearly 1/3 of the boxes have dolls in them. Do we wish to open the boxes?
How many apples do we need to buy to feed the whole class?
I think.
Well, the issue is really putting clothing on George.
There's also a cabbage, a goat, and a wolf.
I think we should.
In the boxes?
in the
And we
box.
have to get
them
all of
across the river. Yeah.
I think we should just shake the boxes, and if something growls at us, we don't open it.
That's a great.
That is
thing.
That's a great idea.
Let's start shaking some boxes.
Cod starts crying.
Oh, the validation. Yeah.
It's okay, Mr. Silverington.
You'll find that in this crew, like we really do value validation.
We value intelligent ideas as
We
well.
celebrate one another.
Possibly even intelligent design. We haven't had that discussion yet.
You guys are all my boy best friends.
So you guys begin picking up boxes and shaking them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally, one of them like starts hissing at you.
Set this one aside.
It looks like we found one, and I'll just go like.
Well, I keep in mind that could be the cabbage or the wolf.
It's a hissing cabbage. Those are the classic.
I don't think we need the wolf either, so I'm just gonna throw it into the water, and I'll just. Yoink.
Oh.
Hook it into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
I was thinking we'd neatly stack them in case all of them, like the
I was
fancy
concerned
clothes
about that
were-
as well, but I mean now it's
All right,
now
we're
it's
down a box.
potentially 3 and 8. So
I'll say, well, it is Dennis. I think maybe I'll wait to have a discussion next time.
It starts floating down the river the exact way that you know you're headed.
Cool, it's a problem for later.
Well,
as
yeah.
many of the things we do
like
get pushed aside.
like that seal with a sword, which is still out there somewhere.
Do any of the boxes not make a scary sound?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looting,
Most of
looting,
them.
looting.
Most
Most
of them
of
don't
them.
don't make scary sounds.
All right. Do any of them sound cabbagey?
There's a cabbage kind of sound to cabbage.
Kind of like a wet, thick.
I mean, we know that the goat will not hiss.
Good point.
Yeah. So one of them does sound like really wet and like thumpy.
That's
when
the
you,
cabbage.
When you shake it around.
Cabbage could be innocent.
Cabbage most likely is innocent.
Okay,
and
well,
can be
I'm gonna open this while they're talking
I
about
mean,
eating
I'm
cabbage.
looking at 2 parts: filling the belly and then building the stomach.
There's a rotting goat carcass in this one.
So puts a goat in a box.
It's not
and they
the
believe
cabbage.
It's gonna make it.
It's not the cabbages. And I'll put the top back on, and we'll set it aside. And
Well, hold on. How rotten is it?
I mean, I guess I am undead, so I don't think it matters now.
How
that
many days are we talking?
We are all pretty hungry.
I'm assuming this was one of the ones on the bottom, so the goat didn't keep
I mean, if you
bucking at the
if you
box to
cook
knock
it
open.
enough, doesn't it kill all the bad germs?
It does, like haggis.
You know, I mean, yeah, maybe about 20-ish days.
Ooh.
It's not 30 though.
Well, the maggots are food,
They are.
so we could just pop those guys.
This
And again, let me bring you back to haggis. Depending on what it ate prior to going into the box,
a lot of haggis.
the stomach may be at the point where the haggis is ripe and ready.
Yeah, so as you guys are discussing whether or not you're going to eat this rotting goat carcass,
We've done so well with eating rotting things in the past.
That's fair.
you can see that now Samantha has gotten like an oyster shucking knife from somewhere, and she's holding it, and she's like, "I found a knife."
That's very good. That's good. It's
Help
nice.
me,
Somebody,
help
somebody
me
take
pick
it away
these
from her.
maggots out.
Innocence is lost by a knife as well.
Why don't you let me hold on to that for you?
Well, I figured I could use it to protect myself.
That's probably a really good idea. I don't know why. I'm gonna say 1 second, Samantha. I step over to everybody and
Sidebar,
I say,
George.
Sidebar, and I start saying, as I'm looking at you, what the hell is your problem? And then I look over and I see that her family's all been murdered, and I say, what did you do? Did we not have a plan?
Oh, we had a plan.
Wait.
I believe Captain Bard had the plan that we followed through on.
I thought you understood the plan.
No, I thought that I was protecting the little girl and keeping her.
Oh,
You did.
It's the eyelids. I winked at you, but they're weird now.
Oh God!
No, you're supposed to kill the child and gain the power.
And this was the reason for dibs.
Oh,
And it was
my
called
God.
For You.
yeah.
I
so
thought that I was gonna get to like play and we were gonna be friends.
no,
you-
and I'll like
Good,
take my
that's
gun
really
off my
playing
back,
with your food, but
and I'll say, if you want it, we can just take care of it. And
This is sad. This makes me sad.
You hear a loud humming noise as that glow on the horizon like shimmers, and
I
you
believe
see
it's
that
getting angry.
George Clooney's eyes roll in the back of his head as he begins reciting some words from nowhere.
Second, sinew sloughs away to club and cleave. You heft and heave, fragile now into the fray.
Everybody has -1 to toughness.
-1 to the number we had, or
Yeah.
just reduce it to -1.
No, reduce yours. Reduce it -1. Like take away
one.
Your arcane musing sucked.
Ugh. I'm sorry I didn't hear anything.
And
that
you
I
guys
just said.
all like feel that your muscles are beginning to deteriorate in your skin.
we need to hurry towards the better day.
we need to find out if there's clothing, and I'm going to quickly check the broomstick. Does it look like it has lost any weight itself?
Does the broomstick look like it lost?
Well, I mean, they were going to
muscle?
be George's arms.
No, the broomstick looks fine.
This is good. We're getting closer to what George might look like.
Perfect.
All right.
Can we just do a quick loot where we shake the boxes if they've got a creepy?
We've already
crawling,
done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then we open up the boxes that aren't creepy.
For sure,
crawling.
yeah. You find a bunch of like really, really beautiful dresses. You find like a couple of like men's suits and things like that, but they're very small.
Perfect. Maybe like to fit a monkey.
Ooh.
Yeah, or a child.
You know what? We discussed this a long time ago. I think I want to finally pull the trigger.
There may be precedence. George, were you in Tu Wong Fu?
I was not in Tu Wong Fu.
darn
That's what's his name? Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. I was
Great
thinking
guy.
great hair.
Peace
And
ways.
you and the dress would work perfect for the Academy Awards.
Well, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, folks. Since I lost my arms, I've been thinking about. I'm gonna change back into George Clooney.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut off my own face.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Oh, I think I get this.
I'm going to morph into the monkey. And I'm going to put George Clooney's face
On the monkey.
on the monkey. And then ask that you kind of help sew it on to the monkey's
It's
body.
much shorter.
I have a first aid kit.
Perfect.
It would be an honor, Mr. Clooney.
And then I put on one of the monkey suits. And now I am dressed to impress.
And then I'll nudge. I'll say, well, there's one last thing to this whole cart thing.
Samantha's fucking running.
Mr. Clooney, you need to do your business, or I'm gonna have to take the shot myself.
I'm sorry, I can't live with that on my conscience. Not with awards night right ahead of me.
That's true.
I mean,
Bartholomew, you are the captain.
all right. And sorry, Samantha. What? That's so funny. Yes.
That's perfect.
Carbuck.
You take this shot, and what happens is your rifle or your musket goes shooting off into the water behind you. She turns around and chucks a knife at you.
fair.
It sticks into your forehead,
Oh my.
and you take 4 damage. And she goes, "Take that, you son of a bitch!" And she keeps running.
Damn it, she's not innocent anymore, and I pluck
Yep.
it from my head. You said 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, absorb 1, so that's 3 damage.
And I would like to give you a booby prize here of the rune-encrusted flintlock pistol, since you are
Oh.
the gunsmith among us, really.
I'm so glad you rolled a natural 1 on
That's
that.
so
That is
beautiful.
hilarious. That is karmically perfect. So the rune, and that was, what was the good thing about that?
It's one creature loses D6 plus presence hit points, and it ignores armor.
That's pretty legit.
It's a pretty good gun. I used it a couple times.
Ignore armor, and you said 1d6
1d6 plus presence.
plus 3. Excellent.
Because you have presence. Yeah, that's yours. I'm going to cross it off of my list.
To be honest, that was a little comical. I've never considered my gun shooting away from my hand. But thank you, Mr. Clooney. I think this will do just fine for now. And I'll kind of twirl it in my hand and holster it in my
You want
belt.
to go try to shoot any
Oh,
more little kids
you're-
with it or something?
Well, no,
Is she around?
it's probably not worth it
Yeah,
this time.
no.
I say we continue forward. Are we going to go by land or by sea?
Well, I say by sea.
Very good. We should go with 2. Paul Revere.
I was gonna say
You were going for the colonial?
Warburton.
Patrick Warburton.
I was trying to say Paul Revere, but
Yes,
my
okay.
brain was Patrick Warburton.
Yes. 1 it by land, 2 it by sea.
All right, somebody do the impression.
Peter! You want to go to the big drink?
All right, so the net result was we were going to board the raft?
Yes, we're boarding the raft and scooting along.
Can I also, since things have gotten so rough, this is about time that I pull out, I know everybody's really hungry, and I've been holding on to all these faces,
Oh.
and I'm going to kind of offer them up. It's like, I know that we're all starving.
I mean,
I've got 4 monkey faces, I've got a lady face. She was a 5 out of 10. And I still have Danny Trejo's face.
Give me a moment. I am going to find that goddamn cabbage.
And I'm going to take my jar of lutefisk and sort of scoop it into the faces and make like tacos for us.
Oh, there we go. The monkey faces are
Face
fine
shells.
to eat. I don't think we should. I
You
don't
want to
think.
eat the lady face? There's 4 of them. There's 4 of us. There's 4 monkey faces.
I think that's perfect.
Let's
And-
just have a meal. Like we
If
need a
I can
meal.
find the cabbage, possibly the lutefisk within the
I
cabbage
don't really
shells.
care for cabbage.
Okay. it makes you gassy.
Yeah. I would hate to do that to
It is very helpful for ulcers.
Oh.
And of course, as you attend the red
You little
carpet
nut.
and step to the stage, it would be embarrassing to your way up to the. Yes,
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm not farting in front of people, but a good monkey face with some
The
lutefisk.
loose bisque. That sounds great. So we have a nice meal.
Yeah, walking through the infinite cemetery. Yeah, you guys just have a lovely meal together.
Tell me that I did find the cabbage.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Thank
you found
God.
the cabbage.
I can't bring myself to eat face.
Okay.
So you're not
So-
gonna eat that?
So
No,
would
I'm
you
going
say-
to. I'm going to wrap lutefisk in the cabbage.
Would you say you're
I'm-
saving face?
I am saving face.
for
I'm
later.
actually working towards vegetarianism.
Save it in private face.
What? What?
No. She's just loopy. Ignore her for the moment.
All right. So then after we have a good meal, we'll hop on the raft and scoot our way up.
Wait. We must wait 30 minutes for fear of cramps.
Oh, we're not going to get into the water.
Bartholomew will be.
Bartholomew.
I'll be fine. I'm a pirate.
How good do I look, Mike?
What are you, a baboon?
Wait. But that's by our standards. What's the apocalypse
In like
rating?
Mörk Borg, like end of the world looks. I'm a handsome monkey with George Clooney's
You know what?
face in a
Give me a
suit.
D10, bud.
Yes, thank you.
Are you a baboon?
10! I'm the prettiest monkey. I'm the Doomsayer monkey. George Clooney face, man. I look great.
Ook. Oh.
Do you realize that if you agonizingly shake yourself back to George Clooney, you have no face and no arms?
This is how I'm going out,
Yeah.
okay?
Dude, this is George Clooney.
Yeah. This is how I've always felt inside.
He's a little hairier than I remember.
All right, so you all hop back on your tiny little raft. It's uncomfortably small, and none of you are able to actually sit down.
Well, no, but now George is in full monkey form. We have no fear of
slightly
that space.
It's slightly small. So continuing to travel down this terrible river, you're watching as very, very strange things are happening. You're seeing the sky begins to change. You're watching these clouds that have always been here. They're beginning to roil and rumble, and they're starting to like move almost as if they're starting to shift out of the way, like they're going to give way soon and unveil the sky.
Ooh.
Well, we're on the precipice of something I think beautiful.
Maybe things are finally gonna get better.
Maybe the world won't end. Maybe the prophecies were wrong.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go to a grayscale time.
Like the golden age, the golden era, pre-code Hollywood.
So, you reach an area where the river forks. Standing before you, you see off in the distance these huge peaks. They're massive, and this is an area that I'm sure many of you have heard of in the past, but I would like a presence test. Before you stands this huge valley.
12.
17.
A 16.
Natty 1.
That one.
That's a big hill.
Yeah, Cod, you're back in New England. The rest of you recognize these mountains off to your right as this is Bergen Crypt. This is where she lives. The mother, the mother basilisk. The mother of the two-headed basilisk.
In our minds, do we have any inkling that she's the one who summoned us in those voices?
You would know that the one who gave the prophecies was Verhu, who is one of the heads of He, which is she, her son.
Son of She.
Yes, He, son of She.
We are about to be in the presence of a terrible creature.
And you are starting to see where this beautiful golden light is coming from. It's in this huge valley. You can see that the ground almost appears to be shifting as you are looking down into this just chasm of darkness. But it's not shifting because the ground is moving. It's shifting because this is a sea of undead before you. Far off in the distance, you can see that there is a gleaming golden ziggurat before you that is shooting a golden light directly into the sky. This is the only color you can see anywhere.
All the undead are grayscale.
All of the undead are grayscale. You would believe that this is probably the home of He, the one who has summoned you here.
Ooh. So, may I suggest a possible mode going in? As necromancers work, they take bodies from anyone and anywhere, which suggests that some of the dead, or undead as they were, might be innocent. If we were to strike our way through, the vast majority of innocence may keep us nourished, as it were, as we go through fighting our way to the Golden Temple.
I think they might just understand that we've been asked to come here, we've been summoned. If we just rationally explain ourselves...
Are you seeing a red carpet, George?
Do I see a red carpet, George?
No.
Then we'll have to make one.
I believe that leads me back to my suggestion.
Out of their blood, if that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Like, we would kill them in a line and it would make...
You know, fun fact, actually, the red carpets at most award shows are dyed with blood of the innocent.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
I mean, I don't know, but I had a lot of rats, baby rats growing, in my chest.
Oh
Do you
my
think any
God.
of them are of fighting age yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're all of fighting age.
All right, well, I think we have a bigger crew than just the four of us, too.
Is he talking about the things in his body?
Oh, yeah. They're part of the crew. They're great.
Booter and buds.
They're rodents. How effective can they be?
Well,
Oh, you have not seen them.
they've been trained by the best, and I'll say, Delilah, would you kindly come out here? And then she'll, pop out of a little hole in my chest will pop out. You'll see this female rat smoking a big hand-rolled cigarette, appropriately rat size, in a conquistador armor that looks far too good to be that small. And she comes out, and I'll say, well, Delilah, do you think the crew is ready?
She starts squeaking in your ear.
Delilah says, they're as ready as they'll ever be.
Is he talking to those things?
Yeah, they're like his friends, pilots and stuff. It's a whole thing. They have a dynamic.
We don't have time. All right.
Yeah. I used to have an animal friend. I glare at you a little bit.
I'll step in front of all of you for my second speech.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And as I do, I'll start turning around. You're going to see just a swarm of rats kind of coming out of different places on my body, just kind of crawling up my arms. You're going to see them all in little, with bone weapons that have, little pieces of metal soldered onto them from what machinations in my body, you're not sure. They're all decked out. And I'll turn to you and say, well, it's time to go meet this He. And I'll point out that way. But we got a lot of others out here that stand before us. But I don't think a single one of them has what we have.
Companionship.
Look to you,
Friends.
I'll look to you, Cod.
3 captains.
That's right. 3 captains. And I'll put a hand on 2 of your shoulders. Rats will fall off of me and come on to Mr. Clooney and Mr. Blevit. And I'll say, we have a crew and we have a family. So let's get Mr. Clooney to his red carpet.
And what would a red carpet appearance be without an entourage? And I attempt to use an unclean scroll.
Okay.
My eyes, all three of my eyes roll back in my monkey head, and I go, ooh, cock. And I'm testing presence, correct? Against a D12 presence test. I'm going to re-roll that with an omen. And I rolled a 6 twice.
I'll give you an omen. I want this.
Omen. Okay, thank you. I've got an omen, a donation here. That's a 2. I'm going to roll
Okay.
Can I use your omen too?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then let me see if I get it back.
I need this to be a freaking high number. I'm going to roll it in my cup.
Oh,
That's a 3. Okay. So
I got
rolled a
another one.
Okay.
It came back
Can
to
I
me.
use it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is a mess.
do
Okay.
Okay, that's the last one I got.
That's a natural,
A natural one.
a natural
how it
one.
ends.
That's
You
an
get-
arcane
that's an
catastrophe.
arcane catastrophe.
Go to. Oh my god. Okay, well,
We did our damnedest, Mr.
we
Clooney.
really tried. I was hoping to summon Mark Wahlberg as a skeleton and have a whole funny thing.
No, something bad's gonna happen
This is
instead.
gonna be a terrible debacle.
All right, I need a D20 roll from you, please.
That's fine. I'll just roll. This will be the time I roll the 20. Watch, here I go. Which I'm sure is the best. Here I go. It's a 3.
A 3. Oh my god. The skeleton is possessed by some unearthly force and will do anything to kill you and escape.
Oh.
Drowning or piercing is preferred so the bones are not damaged. Test strength DR10 in stressful situations or take DR4 damage. So right now, your bones are trying to get out of your body.
Okay.
I need you to test strength or they are going to escape.
That's a 13.
A 13.
Okay. Okay.
what happened, Mr. Clooney?
My bones don't want to be inside me anymore. So I think it's best if we hurry along.
You can feel your bones actively trying to leave your monkey body right now.
Ukugok.
Well, I appreciate whatever you were trying to do. So
It was gonna be very cool, I promise.
I think it was, and I'll imagine it as such as we lay waste to these undead scum.
So, please.
Oh, I'm gonna start humming Corey Hart's #1 best song, "Sunglasses as Night," and start walking into the horde.
Sunglasses as night.
With three-hander in one hand and ruined pistol in the other, I too will walk into the horde.
Battle axe.
You all just start taking chops. You start swinging left and right.
Oh god.
You are chopping away at everything that has happened, everything that is around you.
Yar!
You make it about halfway through this before you realize these things are not even paying attention to you.
And did we find innocence? Are we getting more powerful?
No!
All
right.
No!
And I'll say, wait, crew, hold up. And
All the rats.
yeah, all the rats.
Yeah, there are rats like running around on the ground, like stabbing them in the ankles and stuff.
It's like, lads and lasses, thank you. You did great. Go ahead, come back to the ship, and I'll like reach down in my hands, and they'll start crawling into my chest and my arms and all the open little spots. Then I'll say, wait, crew. Yeah, these husks aren't doing anything. I think we can just walk through here. But it was a valiant effort, and I like that we are all ready to die for Mr. Clooney. I think it's the thought that counts.
It was
It was
incredibly
simply
kind.
for him. It was for the Oscars.
That's true. It was for the Oscars.
The Academy Awards, as it were.
Oscar.
You're right.
It's an Oscar. This means something in this world.
It's true.
A great rumbling of thunder crosses the sky as you feel the ground shake beneath your feet. The ziggurat begins to glow even brighter as Blevit's eyes flip into the back of his head. You hear him start chanting in tongues, and then he begins spouting off these words.
Third, the bowels of hell are full. Return they must, till naught but dust remain of the accursed soul.
If you die, you will return, but with D6 less hit points.
Ooh. That's awesome.
So we just have to immediately find an innocent.
Immediately find an innocent.
We need some innocence.
You wasted that girl earlier.
I will not apologize.
Okay, but
I
while we're
still have my zoo-manity.
God.
I like that you knocked over your cup after you said that. That was like the cherry on top.
I hated it.
well, that was all well and good, Mr. Clooney. We should move forward.
All right. So you continue pushing your way through all of these undead. They occasionally try to lean over, maybe try to take a little bite out of you. You're realizing that you are not going to get here before something terrible happens.
Oh, God.
You need to move faster. What
ook.
is your plan?
I mean, I'll look around. Is there anything but the sea of undead?
I mean, it doesn't really seem like it. You can make a presence test if you'd like.
Yeah, let me see if I can... Ugh, that's a natural one. I can't see shit.
Nope.
I have an idea. I watched 385 times one semester, and they did this thing with their shields where they put them all together and then moved through. I think if we took
Remember that.
the rib cages of the things that we just bashed in good, and we used them as makeshift shields to push through the horde, I think we'd be faster.
Shield wall, often called a wedge.
That was a tight film.
And while you guys consider this, Cod continues telling you about how cool 300
And
is.
there was like this weird man who limped, and this really tall, shiny guy. Named,
Yeah.
I think his name was Xerox or something like that.
Well, I think it's a pretty good idea, Con.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best one we got right at the
We've
moment.
had some success with battering ram strategies in the past. I was the ram. It was a fun time. I wish you'd been there to see it.
I wish I had seen that more than anything on this earth.
But for now,
I guess let's start getting some rib cages.
So you guys start gathering up rib cages and you start trying to shove your way through all of these zombies. You're pushing and pushing. A couple of skeletons get caught up in the rib cages that you're holding. It's real silly shit is happening. You guys are tripping over skeletons while skeleton fingers are getting caught in your fingers. You're holding hands with other weird zombies.
I fall in love with one.
Cod has a brief but intense romance with a skeleton.
Romantic interlude.
Yes.
And montage over.
You all suddenly hear in your heads, "Will nobody answer my call?"
We're here, we're here! I'll shout.
we are here. We will answer the call.
Yeah.
You all begin chanting that you're here.
Yeah.
We're
How many answer my call?
Four.
4 plus.
4 plus... I'll say the exact number of rats I have.
full of rats?
Suddenly, these skeletal horse things come bursting out of the ground around you with these bright green glowing eyes staring directly into your soul. They appear to be about to bite straight into you. What are you going to do?
Jump on its back.
Yeah. I'll say, well, looks like you're all right now, and I want to jump
Are
on
there
his back.
4?
There are 4 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shall endeavor to leap to the back of a horse.
I give it the George Clooney eyes, and it loves me. And I jump on its back.
All right. And one thing that I would like each of you to do is, as you jump on it and they begin riding, I would like each of you to roll a d10.
I hope 4 is good.
I hope 3 is good.
I hope a 1 is good.
7.
So you had a 3?
I had a 3.
Okay. So George Clooney, yours immediately starts blasting zombies out of its way with telekinesis.
Tight.
Just left
This
and
is-
right.
This is very tight.
Oh, this is tight.
Bart, yours, you roll a 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yours starts flying over all of the zombies and
Righteous.
just over all of your companions. And Blevit, you had a 7,
7.
correct? Yours and you with it become invisible and incorporeal and start passing through all of these zombies. And Cod, you had a
1.
You had a 1. Yours starts shooting fire out of its eyes and burning all of the zombies in
Hell
front of
yeah.
Ride forth, my crew!
it. You realize that each one of these things has just started using unclean magic to start destroy these things in front of you or get around them.
very fucking cool.
This is radical.
You just hear me. Yeah, I'm gonna be chanting like a sea shanty above us all.
Oh, maybe we could say like cowabunga. Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. That's it. You get one.
We hear a sea shanty, we hear cowabunga, we hear whatever the hell everybody else is screaming, as well as the moaning, groaning, and screaming of all of the undead. You are approaching, getting closer and closer to this ziggurat. You can see the gleaming steps, and at the very top you see this huge, enormous beast standing there, staring down at you. It does look enormous. This thing is larger than the Leviathan that you had seen before. This is a god standing before you.
Well, hop off my nightmare horse and look to my crew and nod to each of you, and I'll take a few steps up. And I'll shout out, "Are you he whom we've come to find, who summon us?"
We come to answer the call. We are your chosen few, the best of the best.
Yeah.
I simply come prepared to do whatever's necessary to go to an afterlife.
This thing begins climbing down this ziggurat. I would like each of you to make a presence test. Go ahead. What's that?
For those of us who don't know what a ziggurat is,
Oh, it's like a steppy pyramid.
a steppy pyramid.
Yeah. It's like a pyramid made out of stairs.
The hand movements help.
Yeah.
I see.
This is a presence.
Yes.
18.
19.
18, 19.
11.
11.
6.
A 6? Okay.
Oh, Mr. Clooney.
I'm worried that your Academy Award is still not forthcoming.
Now, two of you see some gold wedged in this thing's teeth. This thing is also fully in color,
Ah.
but you are not. It begins crawling down and says, "You dare think you can stand to me?"
I'll kneel. I'll kneel happily and put my face on the ground and start crying.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. More like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I'll like do a little wave with my hand and then bow and get on bend the knee.
Yeah, that's right, bitches.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're bitches.
I'm the worst.
Mr. Blevit,
Is that a command? Is that an order, Captain?
I would get down on your knees, or I think the big god's going to smite you.
We're being bitches now.
I don't feel I wish to be a bitch today.
I don't think any of us want to be bitches right now.
I'm okay with
continue
it.
walking forward.
You continue walking forward?
You called me. You have a need, and I am here to fulfill it.
This could work.
I'm gonna stay on the ground.
That's interesting. I like your moxie. What is your name?
I am known as Blevit,
Blevit.
the Fanged deserter.
It is a shame to know that you will not live to see the end of the world.
And I need you to make a defense roll. Right now, you have to make a 16.
That's a big number.
Agility, you can do it.
Mike, Big Mike, that's a big number.
I'm going to spend my omen. That
Okay.
was a 14. 19.
A
Woo!
19.
Whoop, whoop.
One of the heads like lunges down to bite down onto you as you manage to just like slightly dodge out of the way, and it goes,
I see you're faster than I assumed you would be.
I think you would find that all of us are quite capable.
I'm looking at it.
I-
and
yeah.
I take a knee.
oh.
We're good boys.
Slowly.
Slowly, deliberately.
Very deliberate. Very
Stoically.
straight. But I take a knee expecting to be knighted.
Expecting to be knighted.
Yep. I am not bowed head. I am still keeping
Okay.
its gaze.
It puts its head, like its chin, it rests it on top of your head and begins drooling on you. As it says,
There is a reason I have called for the best warriors. I need you, who are capable, to kill she.
Oh, that's
That's a big ask.
that is a big ask.
It's matricide, actually.
Yeah. So
Is that even something, like, we're very capable, but that's kind of a tall order. Is that something where even is possible?
Yeah, like, we have, sorry to question you, but we have, like, sharp pieces of metal, and she seems like a big deal.
Yep.
Oh.
There's a lot of questions that were submitted to you, your giantness.
Virhu,
Yeah.
would you, and I pull goo from my face so I can speak clear, would you consider she to be innocent?
You just want this D6 hit point so fucking bad.
Innocent. There is nothing innocent about she who threw me from the cliffs.
Her innocent child?
Are you asking if I'm innocent?
Well, in a roundabout way, yes, of course.
I would say that my pissy brother here is more innocent.
And you now notice that only one of these heads has been talking to you, and the other one has been turned away from you fully this whole time in a huff.
You there on the left, you don't like your brother or something?
I'm not talking to you.
Actually, I would like to correct that. You did talk to him.
Fine, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Are you certain of that? It seems like you have something to say.
Look, I wouldn't even get started with him. He's jealous that I know the prophecies. He's just kind of a bitch. Like, just don't even bother.
So, left head, you're saying that you don't know? I mean, your brother is saying that you don't know the
Look,
prophecies?
I knew all of it.
You spoke again.
All right, I am so not having any of this. And he goes, "Pfft," and he completely turns away. Just absolutely, he like moves what little bit of his neck that he can, and he like tries to turn it completely towards his tail.
Caught in a very small voice is gonna say, I have a shitty brother.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it?
His name is Todd, and he's a doctor now, I guess.
We didn't meet Todd at the mountain.
And my dad's so happy about it that Todd's a doctor now, and you know, Todd's always been like, I don't know, better at stuff, but I don't know, like sometimes he's not cool.
Wait, are you trying to make me feel better or him feel better?
I'm just, you know, you guys are brothers. I have a brother. His name's Todd, and you know, sometimes he's cool, but most of the time he's pretty lame. And I'm cool, like, every time, all the time. I'm, like, mumbling into the dirt.
I would also question that. I don't know that you've been cool all the time.
I've been Hundy P cool, man.
There's been the George incident in the mountain.
I feel like we've kind of moved past that at this point.
I have. I'm just
Look,
trying
you guys
to clarify
got
for
swindled.
accuracy.
You got swindled. You got hoodwinked, and it's because of me. And that was the dub for me.
Oh, that was a dub.
And you know, you're people now to me, but so it's different. But before, that was just a straight up dub. And Todd comes back, and he's a doctor or whatever. Who cares? Where did he even go to college right now? Like, are there actually schools somewhere? That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
You know, okay, I know
concerned that
something.
Todd has a point.
Yes, I know a little something about having a family, and I think it does work better when siblings get along.
The rats
There
are
is
fighting.
absolutely no way that I'm going to get along with this piece of shit.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna turn to face the group on the side of the Huffy Dragon, and I'm gonna say, yeah, he doesn't know his brother or anything. I mean, and just because he's like prophecy teller and like louder, it doesn't mean anything.
I would like to say that this big prophecy telling fella, Bearhoo, right? I mean, he is kind of a big deal.
Yes, I'm like a hell of a big deal.
The fact
For
that
point of
everybody
clarity,
recognizes.
Everyone knows me. I'm super rad.
Is his name Virhu or just this head?
I am Verhu.
And
This is my brother Gorg.
Gork.
Gorg.
Gorg could be a doctor if he
Gorg.
wanted to. He
Gorg,
just doesn't
yeah,
know where the
I
college
think that's
is.
a good question.
I could have
Gorg.
done anything that I wanted to, at all.
I will say there are other Clooneys out there. There are other Clooneys. And everybody knew and knows George Clooney because I'm the best of the Clooneys.
Wait.
Verhu is clearly the best of the brothers.
Clooney.
Wait a minute. You're siding with Virhu, not Gorg?
You're trying to say
Whose
Todd's
name is
better
very
than
similar
me?
to yours, George?
I'm just saying that people recognize greatness, and Verhu, I recognize you.
Wait, so, like, So like Verhu is like that's like your Todd.
That's my Todd, and like, yeah, sure, he's a doctor, but like,
I'm not certain that I believe Verhu is the best. I'm feeling like Gorg may be
Yeah, I
the
mean,
best.
doctors are useful. Yeah.
what if he's a doctor about animals?
I discussed that as well, and everyone seemed to brush that
I
aside.
mean, I'm an animal. Yeah, animals are useful.
Well, so what if you were a doctor of people? That would be just as dumb as Todd being a doctor for like cats and stuff.
Well, let's find out. So Gorg, you've had accomplishments too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we have nothing but time.
Well, yeah, but nobody's written about anything that I've done.
Bartholomew, do you have the pen and you have the quill? And
Yeah, I mean, I'd be
Parchment?
happy to write something. I mean, if that's what you want.
Yeah,
Gorg,
yeah.
we are ready.
Okay, so look, like when he was off like doing interviews and stuff, I got like the high score on Pac-Man.
It's more Pac-Man.
And well, I started a novel. See, I didn't finish it, but like I started like an outline of a novel.
Almighty Verhu! Can you silence this peon?
George,
Don't talk to Gorg like that.
you don't need to speak. That's dissing Gorg.
I've had enough of this Gorg fool.
There's something Gorg can do that Todd can't do.
Be a whiny punk.
Kill her.
I agree.
Oh, you're right. Gorg could kill her.
Todd can't kill her, but
What?
I
No,
mean,
no.
Gorg hasn't even tried.
Right, Verhu
Yeah,
is
because
asking
Gorg's a
us
piece of
to
shit.
kill.
Shut up, Todd! Shut up, Todd!
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, Mr. Silverington does have a point, Gorg.
I got George Clooney. I did that, not Todd.
That
Gorg,
is true.
you could totally kill her.
I know. Verhu is going to just have to go along for the ride.
You would prove me wrong, Gorg, if you did that.
And the thing is
That would be
Verhu-
a dub in Cod's world, just to let you know.
It's a massive dub.
So wait, you like want us to go with you? You want me to try to kill?
I was not
she?
inviting Verhu. He's sending us.
Todd
I would
can't
love
do
to
it.
have you
Well,
attend with us.
It's not really like this piece of shit can go without me.
well, I mean, you could go together as brothers and take care of this.
There is
Yeah,
strength.
of course
in-
I'll fucking carry him like I always do.
No, you go together, carry each other.
We're
Because,
stronger together, much like a crew.
yes,
Bart brought us together. The strength of us has brought us, and I'd like to bring your attention to no one else is upon the ziggurat with us, except, of course, you two. So, us as a crew, a family, as it were, brothers in arms,
Co-captains?
and
co-captains.
co-captain. Yes,
Oh, Captain, co-captain, and co-co-captain.
exactly.
And I'm kind of like a mascot.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
You can be more than a mascot if you want to, little monkey person.
Gorg, I think that, you have to rise to your station, okay? And just saying you're better than others doesn't make you better. You gotta prove it somehow.
I believe there is a
proven
term,
myself.
and it comes from Hollywood. Fake it till you make it.
I've been faking it pretty hard.
I've seen that.
Wow.
Gorg, you could do this. Maybe not at the level that George has done. I mean, he is working towards that Oscar,
I mean, high score on Pac-Man. Just
right?
saying.
I mean, no one else has done that. That's why it is called the high score.
Exactly.
That's something impressive, and I don't see anybody else rising to where you are.
And a novel outline can obviously be considered in this day and age as a novella.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
It
course.
was a complete outline, Gorg.
Oh, no, look, it wasn't an actual outline. He talked about maybe writing a book.
So it's a short story, as it were. It's still an accomplishment.
In this-
Verhu, did you write a short story at any point?
Yes, I've written all the goddamn prophecies.
Well, they actually tend to be run on sentences and quite a few dangling participles. Gorg, if you had written them, how might you have phrased
Look, I
them?
didn't go to school, alright? Can we get back to the fucking point? I need you to kill my mom.
In all this time, have I noticed the gold glinting in his mouth? We've been talking to this guy for a while.
Yeah, you definitely have.
Does it look like Oscar gold?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It looks like that's what he eats. Is
I
just Academy Awards.
okay. Then I stop. I said, Verhu, wait. I see something in your teeth, and I think it might be something that I've been longing for my entire life. Can I see into your mighty maw?
You realize it's sitting on my head.
Sure.
He opens his mouth
weird
super
fucking tone,
wide. And he allows you to climb inside of his mouth.
Does it look like there's Oscars in there?
Yeah, I mean,
I scramble monkey mode. Monkey
Okay.
mode scramble into the mouth.
I would like you to make a presence test.
It's an 8.
An 8? Okay. He chomps down directly on you.
I go ook.
What happened? I can't see. All I saw was George going in,
Oh, Mr. Clooney.
and there
Always
was
do this,
there
Todd!
was a sound.
He chomps down directly onto you, George Clooney.
Okay.
Is that the damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's more
I was
than
kidding!
that is more than 14 damage.
Guess what happens?
I
Prophecy 3.
So,
bounce back to life.
So, George Clooney, you find yourself hurtling downward, forever downward,
Down the gullet.
and suddenly you're no longer in pain. You instead find yourself standing in line in some kind of office of some sort, and there's a window in front of you, and you can see that there's an old lady, and she's calling, "Next."
I approach the old lady.
Name?
George Clooney.
Clooney.
Surely you recognize me.
She quickly takes a look at you and goes,
Nope. Clooney.
It was right there.
She goes, yeah, so it actually looks like you're not meant to be here yet.
Oh. But where exactly is here?
The Ever After?
Oh.
The Grey Beyond?
Am I going to a good place?
She just keeps staring at you. She gives no answer.
And Kristen Bell goes running by.
I go, ooh la la.
She goes, yeah, you're gonna have to get out of line now.
No.
You have to go back that way.
She points to the gray nothingness in the other direction.
I guess I'll hopefully be seeing you soon,
Goodbye.
ma'am. Goodbye. And I start slowly jogging back towards the gray.
Coming out of the gray, you find yourself currently being chewed up by this basilisk.
I go, "Ah!" But I'm being chewed up. Do I see an Oscar?
Yeah.
I will keep going for this damn thing until I get broken up into tiny little bits. I'm reaching out.
Okay, you need to reduce your maximum hit points by a d6.
You got it, buddy boy. That's a 2.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to grab onto one of these. This thing spits you out onto the ground. You guys see a mangled George Clooney sitting on the ground holding an Oscar.
I will clutch George Clooney's squished up frame and perform first aid.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, he can't. His max hit points can't go back up. So.
Yeah, I'm just kind of putting band-aids on you.
That's awesome. Everything's perfect. I just turn to my friends and I say, everything was worth it. Everything was worth it. I'm there. I've accomplished everything I wanted to. I can die happy now. And
Because
look what I've got here.
is he now in color?
No, he is not in color.
But the Oscar is?
But the
or it
Oscar
now
is
turned
in
gray?
color.
It is.
You do, however, see that the name on the bottom of it is Cuba Gooding Jr.
You know what?
And the Oscars dessert are fudge brownies, but there's no milk to be seen anywhere.
In this world, I'll take this.
This is a dub.
Okay, so look, are you gonna kill her or not?
I'm in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, I mean, it's the end of times. I don't think we have anything else going on.
And nothing pressing.
I'm starting to get one of those weird twitches. Hold on.
And you can see that his entire body starts shimmering as the entire, as the sky begins to flint and flimmer, and you see that Bart's eyes roll into the back of his head.
Oh my. Fourth, magic loses reason. With every death, you feel the breath of arcane tricks and treason. Ooh, every kill causes a random scroll effect.
That's gonna be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So Verhu says,
Okay, fuck. Alright. Oh, that doesn't feel good. I think it's about to happen. Oh god, it's coming.
What is? We gotta get out of the way. Just I'm looking where he is. I'm gonna try and get to the side.
Away from the edge of the ziggurat where
and as his back starts arching and it looks like something really gross is about to happen, you hear the celestial bells begin to ding one last time.
Oh my god.
And as that happens, a couple of things happen immediately. You suddenly hear a loud, piercing feedback noise. And for each of you, one of your ears entirely blows out, blood shooting out. The world is now entirely half silent. Another thing that happens. The heavy clouds that have always covered the sky for most of your lives roll back. These are no longer black clouds. There's now a sky full of impossible colors. The sun that was setting now rises up again and sits in the very center of the sky. There's a strong gust of wind, and you feel a sudden sense of panic and urgency to do something, anything. You have to leave, you have to run, you have to flee. Then you feel the earth tremble, and it begins to break, and on the horizon you see a black disc begin to rise so slowly into the sky. This is what is currently happening around you. Everything on the ground is grayscale. The sky is full of impossible colors.
I will look to Verhu and say, "You promised me that I could stay in that day. By killing your mother, is that what will get me there?
Yeah, you just gotta go kill that bitch. We gotta do it quick.
Is there a weapon you can give me? Something to aid us?"
It looks like you got some cool swords. Do you need something else?
No. How far away is your mother? Where is she?
He points to the top of the super fucking high mountains.
Any way you can get us there? Wait, can we borrow the
horses?
Can we borrow the flying horse?
Yeah, you can have the horses. That's fine.
Excellent. So,
I'll be right up behind you.
Yeah, Gorg, are you coming with us?
Absolutely fucking not. I'm not doing anything.
Why not? This is your chance to prove that you are better than Veer.
Don't worry, I'm gonna fucking drag this motherfucker.
you're gonna let your mother win.
You're gonna let your brother win?
Ain't nobody winning here. I'm the winner. I'm the king of the world! And I hold my Oscar up and I jump on the back of this horse and I slap its butt and I say, "Let's go, boys.
Did you steal that from my mouth? Get back here, you piece of shit!
I just start cackling and I'm holding it in front of me and I'm riding up that fucking
Tashi!
You begin charging directly up this mountain. As you are charging, you see that this black disc is rising higher and higher into the sky. It is leading straight toward the sun.
Inexorably.
Yes, inexorably toward the sun. You know that when it reaches there, the world will end.
Let's go.
Yeah. Crew, this might be my last good speech, but actually I don't got any good speech. Let's go kill this other god so that these gods might give us something good in the afterlife.
I want to thank my agent, and I want to thank my parents, and I want to thank God.
I think he wants to be thanked too.
The little people.
Oh, the little people! I want to thank all of you.
By name,
this would
by
be
name,
possible.
by name. This is potentially the last Academy Award
Jennifer and
acceptance
Craft
speech.
Service and Marty, who always backed me up.
So we pan and we watch you climbing these cliffs on these magical horses, and we hear you just like disappearing while you're shouting all these different names. As you approach like these caves going into these cliffs, you can see that there are these mountainous, like these disgusting, standing on four limbs, these troll-like beings standing before this cave, and they appear to not be moving as you're approaching.
Yeah.
And yeah.
As we ride up, I'll say, "Well, let's not dilly-dally," and I'll point my gun as I'm riding up, getting ready to swing, and I'm just gonna ride up as quickly as I can, fire, and then slash at one of them.
Fantastic. We're just gonna go ahead and let you guys start this off. Go for it.
I'm gonna try and get the fire horse.
Natural 20 with the gun.
Oh my
I
god.
Nicely done.
You have the fire horse?
And a
You have
13
the-
I have the, yeah, I'm gonna...
with a sword. A 13 with my sword.
Okay, those are both gonna hit.
Okay, so let's see, for the gun, it's gonna be...
If y'all keep doing that, this is gonna go quickly.
Oh, wait.
Does my horse have a turn?
No.
It's coming up.
So that is going to be a total of 14 damage.
What? Oh my god, you bloody this thing in one hit.
Come on, lads. We got a date with destiny.
I want to try to use I want to use my last power for the day. On the same one.
No? Might as well.
If it's an arcane catastrophe, it's what a way to go out. Alright, I'm rolling this check to cast Demon of Capillaries.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So not quite a 1.
So it's not a catastrophe, but it might as well be the way I feel right now.
So these huge monsters, they're giant. They're so easy to hit. It's a DR 10 to hit them.
Okay.
So that's gonna go over to you. God, you guys are riding up on these things.
I'm using my gun. 16, 17 to hit.
Yep, that's definitely gonna hit it.
And I do 3 damage.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, thanks, guys.
Sorry.
All right, Blevit. Blevit, do it.
So I'm going to tell the horse as soon as I strike, we go incorporeal.
Okay, fantastic.
That's a 7, so we're not going incorporeal yet.
Okay, you're not going incorporeal. This thing immediately is going to go for the one who did the most damage to it.
God.
So,
Guys.
I am going to need Bartholomew Bilge. I'm going to need you to make an agility roll.
Hey, that's a 9.
That is a 9. Fantastic. This thing lifts its huge fist and brings it down on you. You take 7 as it smashes you down into the ground.
Okay, so that floors me pretty bad. I'm at 4 health, so
The second one looks over and sees the other thing that made a huge noise, and that's you, Cod.
I start crying.
Brings its fist up, and it's going to bring it down onto you. I need an agility roll, please.
Ooh, nat 20.
A natural 20, that means you get a free attack on it.
Attack it. 19 to hit.
That's going to do it.
If I do like 3 again, I get to make fun of me again.
Yeah,
I didn't make fun of you.
6.
Okay.
That's very good.
Twice as good. To be clear,
That is twice as good. All right. So then my attack being another natural 20 for my gun, and no, the other one doesn't matter. The natural 20 is where it's at. Ooh, that's a 6. So that is 12. No, sorry, that is not. That's 18 points of damage with the
God,
gun.
yeah, you just fucking absolutely destroy one of these things.
Blam! Oh yeah, it ignores armor too. So blam.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that's what you had me fight!
It was
Oh, that is
adorable.
Yeah,
amazing.
you
It's a
absolutely
behemoth.
destroyed one of these
faceless
things.
bull.
Okay, there's another one of them.
Yeah, well, then if no one else is gonna go, then I'm gonna shoot.
The rest of us.
Yeah, the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I think I'm next. Here I go. Machete monkey, machete mode. That is a 15.
That's gonna hit it.
To hit. Let's roll a d6. My name's John. Hello. A 5.
All right, fantastic. And that'll go over to you, Cod.
I got a 20 to hit, not natural,
A 20 to hit. All right.
and damage is
D4s are hard to pick up.
okay. I got 4.
4 damage.
I stressed out for some reason. I was rushing.
I missed with a 9.
You missed with a 9.
The horse is throwing me off.
All right. Having seen
Nope,
that it's
not incorporeal yet, damn it.
having seen that its friend just died, this thing is definitely going to try to fuck you up. Go for it, Bart. I need you to do an agility roll.
That is gonna be a 13.
It brings its huge fist down and smashes down directly next to you. You see a bunch of boulders start rolling down these cliffs. They fall into the sea of undead and just start like crushing through all of these zombies. And
Is the black disc like rising behind us?
you can see
Yeah.
it. It's off in the distance.
Okay, yeah. So after doing those nat 20s and dodging this, I'm just gonna take a deep breath in and let out like a really bestial yar. The morning star is back. And then I'm gonna go do some other stuff too.
All right, and it's your turn.
Awesome. So then I'm gonna fire again. Oh, I thought I saw the 20, but that's gonna be a 13
Do
for
it,
the
do it,
gun,
do it.
and then for the Zweihander, it's gonna be a 16. So in total, that's 7 plus 6, so that's 13 points of damage as I run, spin, slice with my sword, and in the middle of the spin, also jab it with the gun and pull the trigger.
Fantastic. As you do that, you chop this thing and you blast its head off, and the cave is now open for you guys to charge into.
Oh, well, don't go incorporeal now. It's useless.
Yeah, the horse now goes incorporeal. Yeah, you guys now see that that Blevitt has disappeared. It almost looks like he cowardly ran away.
I'm sure he's tactically retreating.
No, I'm inside the cave.
Oh, go forth, crew!
And looking behind you, you can see that Verhu is like, 2 of his legs are like pulling him up, and the other 2 are very limp. And one of his heads is yelling at the other one and going, "Come on, you piece of shit! We gotta get up here! He stole our food!" And yeah, it definitely looks like he's coming to kill George Clooney.
Oh,
Speaking of, how's your skeleton doing?
my skeleton?
Have you been?
This
have you been
was
concerned yet?
stressful.
This was stressful. I'm rolling a DR something strength.
Strength? Yeah, sure, we'll go strength.
It was definitely
Yeah, it was
strength.
Strength, DR10.
I rolled a 9. So how much damage does the skeleton do as it comes out of me?
D4.
D4?
Yep.
That's okay. That's good. That's a good number. I'm gonna roll a 3.
A bone pops.
I rolled a 4. Can I have my die back? Thank you.
And no armor doesn't help with that.
Okay. I have armor inside of my body. I've been eating armor.
All right, so you begin dashing into these caves. You're going left, right, left, right. You find yourselves like creeping and crawling along like these narrow passageways, looking straight down into the sea of undead. You find yourself inside this massive cavern, and in front of you is the skeleton of a basilisk.
Oh, this is way easier than I thought.
She should not be dead. I
think Gorg knows something that Verhu doesn't.
I'll
In fact, I think potentially Gorg has done what Verhu's asking.
wait, hold up. If Verhu doesn't know about this,
Exactly my thoughts. And we'll use George to tell him. This is your chance. The Academy Awards await you.
you used your magic, you zapped her, and she died.
She died, and I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you dumb bitch, we beat ya!" And I'm gonna lean my foot back. I'm gonna kick her skeleton as hard as I can.
You kick the skeleton as hard as you can?
Yes.
As you do that, the skeleton's head raises up.
Oh. That's awkward.
The second head begins to raise up as well. They both look directly down at you.
You called her
I called her a dumb bitch. It's better.
And you hear in this like dual voices, like very much sounding like a mom. What did you just say?
I said my back itches and a chew.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm George Clooney. I'm a famous actor,
Academy Award winner.
Academy Award winner. I cover the little bottom part.
That doesn't say George Clooney.
Oh, well, anyways, yeah, well, we're a crew of people, and
Oh, is that Cuba Gooding Jr.? I love him.
oh, yeah, he's really good. He's really great.
He was in Snow Dogs.
Yeah, he goes, oh, these dogs are so cold.
Hi, she.
Yeah, are you here to worship? I'm so glad to have you. I haven't had anybody here in such a long time.
Yeah, do you know that the world's ending outside right now?
Oh, he's always saying that it's gonna end and all this, whatever.
Are there any ways we could kill you? Or someone could?
Well,
If someone were trying
That-
to kill you,
That's
what
kind
defense
of a,
would you bring against
it's kind of a rude question.
Well, we want to
You can't just-
worship an immortal goddess, and so
If
the
you
last
had-
one died, so we're just...
Yeah, if you had any,
weaknesses, we could help shore them up.
Achilles heels, security breach, etc. This would be the type of thing that we could help
Amulets
you
that
with.
if they were crushed, you'd die. That kind of thing.
I mean, we'd want to make certain that the god that we followed was indeed
all powerful.
immortal,
Yeah, we want a good god to worship, and
a strong god.
we heard a lot about you, but we wanted to make
This
sure.
interview
God of
goes both
immortality.
ways.
Oh, okay.
What could take you out? This is the thing
Show
we
us
want.
the money.
Well, you know, here's the thing: is that I actually died like quite a long time ago.
Oh,
This is awkward.
Like millennia or days?
Yeah, you know, a few weeks back.
It gets
okay.
more awkward.
When was the last time you saw your kids, by chance?
Oh, yeah, it's been years.
Okay.
How did you die, ma'am?
There were some folks like you who came up here. Yeah, they came up here, stabbed me a few times. You know, it's pretty rude.
Very rude.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do something like that.
No.
No,
Are you
well,
sure?
well, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you're
look at you, there's nothing to stab.
We have guns.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that would just be silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then far off down the cavern, you hear,
Did you fucking kill her yet?
Hey, would you do us like a big favor, ma'am?
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, we'll worship you for sure. Just like, if you could just pretend that you're a dead skeleton, like, who doesn't move and can talk and stuff, for like a few minutes. We're trying to impress your kid.
Oh, why?
He promised us something. You know, the world. He says the world's ending, and well.
Look, I'll talk to him.
Well, I mean, okay. He kind of offered us Well, I mean, you know, a happy kind of afterlife.
But no, it's fine.
and she starts walking down
Oh,
down
okay.
the
I'd like
cavern,
to hide behind a rock.
hide behind a rock.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should.
I think we should follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this. I mean, it's the end of the world. It's
Maybe
What
we can
else
just
is-
like maybe
Again,
she'll
we have nothing else to do.
maybe she'll walk near a cliff and we can like push her off.
Well, she's already dead. I mean,
Maybe she'll break into little pieces.
you gotta kill her 2 times?
Yeah, maybe it'll take the second time.
Maybe she's like a cat. We might have to do it 9 times.
8
So
now.
are y'all following?
yeah. I'm following.
yeah,
Yeah,
following this
So
skeleton.
you guys are following the skeleton of this this giant basilisk, and
Hey, did you fucking hear me? Is she dead?
Kind of.
Yeah. Just wait a moment. I believe the answer is coming to you.
You know, it really isn't nice to send people in here to kill me. You already tried to do it once. Didn't work.
and you can see that as she exits this cavern, she runs face to face with him, and the two brothers immediately begin fighting.
No, I fucking told you that she wasn't dead yet.
And
Well, yeah, I mean, but well, look,
what are we gonna do about this? And immediately the mother rears up on her back 2 legs and starts slashing at the other basilisk.
Well, maybe this problem will just solve itself.
Yeah.
I believe, you never get between family.
Was she sitting on some sort of throne?
Yeah, are there any cool things in this room?
We've left the room.
We returned to the room.
But
for
was
cool
she
things.
on a throne? She's on a throne. I'm getting
Yeah.
on that
There
throne.
definitely was a throne in
Ah.
here.
I say we all go sit on that throne.
I like that idea.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a pretty
Sounds
solid
pretty
idea.
cool.
Yeah, we
I
go.
think-
We go
Yeah, let's
I'm
go.
not leaving my crew.
swiftly.
You guys rush back in there. You're listening to these basilisks tear each other apart, flying above the world.
Half heard.
You actually feel the mountains begin to crumble around you. The top of the mountain begins to fall off as you see the last bit of the sun disappearing behind this black disk. You see gigantic black goats pouring black ichor from their eyes, eating blackened grass. You see the world begin to tilt like a capsizing ship. Rock turns to magma, air turns to smoke. All burns.
Throne turns to spaceship.
Everything becomes nothing, as it always was. And you are all left with that one happy thought of, I finally found a perfect crew. And that's where we'll end our campaign.
Oh my god.
Running towards treasure together. We all survived too. Good job, guys.
I imagined holding out the Oscar. We all touch it,
Yeah.
and quietly I say, "Where, King of the World?"
I love that it was still Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Oscar.
Show me the
Well,
apocalypse.
thank you, Mike.
Oh,
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Hey everybody, so we're gonna do a after the campaign. Go ahead and join us over on the Patreon.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, Baron Ikanu, and Rosix13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.